Back to 1985. We are talking about the songs and albums that we love the most from the year that we were born. Last week, Lauren did a video on the best albums of her favorite albums, rather, from 1985. Now she's going to touch on her favorite singles from 1985. And like we said in the video last week, too, like if you can share this out, let us know. But more things that matter than us is the comments. Like, so again, 85, enormous year for singles. And in your albums from 85, I did not speak up on things I thought should have been in that video. Mm-hmm. But before you get started, I want to open with how dare you not include USA for Africa, We Are the World, in your 1985 single. Spoiler alert, she left out We Are the World. So let's get started. What are your 5 favorite singles from 1985, which are obviously not helping children?
Jeez. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Walking on Sunshine?
Yeah.
Katrina and the Waves.
In all seriousness, though, Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine. If you've ever seen a movie trailer for a woman who's down in the dumps and something changes and she becomes happy, you have heard this song kick in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And there's literally, this is on my list probably because it's just so drilled into my psyche as like, oh, that's the happy song.
This is one of those things where, and we've talked before. I have strong opinions on one-hit wonders especially when people say it as a derogatory thing. Oh, they're a one-hit wonder. That's one more hit than you have, yep. Right? Mm-hmm. And if I were Katrina and the Waves, part of you, no matter who you are, you're going to be like, oh, we're known for that one, because they've closed with this song since the beginning of time, right? But then also, everyone on earth knows this song.
That's right.
Yeah. And if you're watching this video and you're younger, maybe, and you're like, I don't know what he's talking about with the movie trailer. If you go to Spotify and you push play on this song, as soon as it starts, you're going to be like, I did hear that in a movie trailer,
mm-hmm.
you know? Mm-hmm. So yeah, Katrina and the Waves. Now, the next one, I have a question on this next one. Was it because you've recently become a huge fan of this artist that this moved into your...
Yes.
Okay, so if it were even 3 months ago or so before you really dove into this artist, this might not have even a major...
That is correct,
list. Okay, but, I mean, that's fine. Everybody comes to everything in their own time, but... I love this song.
I do too. Things Can Only Get Better by Howard Jones. Yes, I'm a relatively recent convert to the ways of Howard Jones. Mm-hmm. And I think
he's gosh darn delightful.
He is gosh darn delightful. And I think he's wonderful. And he's, you know me, I love a keyboard. I love a synth. Girl. And he's so good. He's like virtuosic at it. And this song is awesome.
The only thing that surprises me about the song is this is a fairly uplifting lyric. For you like an uplifting song that sounds very unhappy lyrically. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so this is like a weird crossroads for me to see from you.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm surprised that you're not like, yeah, I like that, but the lyrics are too happy for me. You know? Speaking of happy lyrics, this next song I think should be on everybody's workout list ever. Yep. And it's just such an inspirational sounding song. I love this song so much. This is something that like I've probably rebought this 7-inch single over time, like 6 or 7 times. It's such a jam.
So good. John Parr, St. Elmo's Fire, Man in Motion. Yeah, there is just something about this. It makes you want to go places. Like you're going somewhere. And my mom loves this song. And so this song was kind of drilled into my head from the beginning. And I got no reason not to like it.
This is one of those songs that I think a younger generation might be like, oh yeah, the cheesy 80s. And it's like, okay, but when you're alone, you sing this song at the top of your lungs, you know?
Don't lie.
Yeah. And this is why I think I might try and bust this out of karaoke sooner or later. Ooh. There's a key change in it. I think that would be harsh, but man, what a great song.
You'll be fine.
Now, the next one is about that documentary involving when they built a time machine out of a DeLorean. Mm-hmm. This song is Your Density. It is a song that I think is such it's not my favorite song by this band.
Mine either.
But holy cow, what a great song.
Yeah, Power of Love, Huey Lewis and the News. And, you know, you and I were talking, you know, amongst ourselves earlier, and I really like it when a vocalist, like, clips a word and you don't expect it to be clipped. Yeah. And the way he goes, the power, like, he just clips it.
Especially near the end. Feel the power. Yeah.
And I don't know.
I like the harmony that follows that, too, with the feel the power of love. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Huey Lewis, I just like, he looks like everybody. Like when I was a kid, I was like, he just looks like your dad, right?
Even when I was a kid watching MTV, I was always like, one of these things is not like the other.
He's just a dude. He's just a guy. But like the pop music is so pure and beautiful and manly.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have much to add. It's a monster song. Great year for music. And This list is proving it. Now the next one is one that this is like the old Wayne's World thing. This came in the mail with samples of Tide. This was such a cultural song. It had to do with the big MTV movement as well for obvious reasons. But I don't think that MTV and the people who were pushing MTV so hard understood that this was a parody of them. Yeah.
It's very satirical, yes. Money for Nothing, Dire Straits. And I think one of the main reasons this made my list, outside of the fact that it's an absolute jam with one of the best guitar riffs ever.
The guitar riff is sick.
Yeah, it's that, like, since I can remember hearing words, this is one of the things my mom said, that this was her pregnant song with me. Yeah. So, like, I heard this from the inside out, and I don't remember, it's always been my jam, yeah.
Yeah. I know we talked about the monster riff. Mark Knopfler's vocal is great. His vocal is so flippant that I don't understand how people don't know that he's making fun of the topic. But
people don't understand nuance.
Yeah, that's true. But speaking of vocals, Sting's vocal first of all, it's the first vocal you hear on the song. And then there's even parts where in the studio where there's that one part where Knopfler starts singing without him, or Sting starts singing without Knopfler, and then they come in together. It's just great. And another little factoid about this song too is Sting did not take any pay to be on this song, and a lot of people are always like, why? And I never noticed this until I heard Sting say it, and I feel kind of dumb about this. Is he ripped himself off? It's just "Don't Stand So Close to Me" is the
my gosh.
So it's the don't stand. So it's just I want my MTV, and it's the same melody. So Sting refused to take pay because he was like, well, all I did was "Don't Stand So Close to Me," but I said I want my MTV instead. Are you learning this like right now?
I am.
Okay, that's funny. But yeah, I did the same face when I learned that. I was like, by God, that is "Don't Stand So Close to Me." Yeah. Yeah. And so it wasn't like, oh, we're friends and I don't want, like, artistically, Sting was like, well, I didn't write anything. Yeah, and I was like, okay, fair. And if you get a chance, go on YouTube and look for versions with Sting live, like from back then, because they're more fun.
Oh, yeah.
To me. But those are 5 awesome singles from the year 1985, except for the fact that Lauren doesn't help the children. She had a great list. Please let us know if there are other songs that you like from 1985 that you're missing, or if maybe like you're like, wow, I didn't know all of those came out in the same year. Drop a comment on the video because that is what matters to us more than anything. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.